Have you ever wondered why dogs lift their leg to pee? It's a common sight for dog owners, and yet it's not an anatomical requirement for our furry friends. They can, without any issue, perform what we call a squat and pee. This quirky behavior has left many puzzled, leading to the widespread belief that it's all about marking territory. But is it that simple? Is there more to this odd canine habit than meets the eye? So what's the science behind this intriguing behavior? Let's dive in. Firstly, it's crucial to understand the purpose of marking territory for dogs. It's more than just a declaration of "this is my space." It's a form of communication that's as nuanced and intricate as any human language. Imagine for a moment that you're a dog. The world is a patchwork quilt of scents, each one telling a different story. The fire hydrant on the corner, the tree in the park, even the fence in your backyard, all are places where other dogs have left their pee mail. Marking territory is a dog's way of leaving a message for others. It's like a canine version of a post-it note saying, "Hey, I was here. This is my place." But it's not just about territory. It's also about social dynamics. When a dog marks a spot, it's not just claiming space. It's also asserting its position in the social hierarchy. You see, for dogs, the world isn't divided into mine and yours in the way humans understand it. It's more about us and them. When a dog marks a territory, it's also sending a message about who it is, where it belongs, and how it fits into the wider social landscape of dogs in the area. And here's where the leg lift comes in. By lifting a leg, a dog can better direct a stream of urine to a vertical surface where the odor will linger. It's like a canine version of a billboard, broadcasting their message far and wide. For smaller dogs, this is particularly useful. By spraying upward, they can give the impression that they're bigger than they actually are. So when your dog stops to pee during a walk, remember, it's not just taking care of business. It's engaging in a complex form of communication, leaving messages for other dogs to find. So the leg lift is not just about peeing, it's about sending a message. Now let's talk about the mechanics of leg lifting in dogs. Picture this, a dog at a tree, one leg hoisted high, leaving a liquid message for any fellow canine who happens to pass by. This might seem like a funny or even unnecessary habit, but there's a method to this madness. When a dog lifts its leg to urinate, it's not just being quirky. This behavior allows dogs to better aim their urine stream, enabling them to mark vertical surfaces. This is important because it allows the scent to linger longer and be more noticeable to other dogs. It's a bit like a canine billboard, advertising their presence to any passing pooch. Now you might be wondering about the squat and pee method. Sure, dogs can squat to pee, and it's a perfectly viable way for them to relieve themselves. But when it comes to marking territory, the squat and pee doesn't quite cut it. That's because this method directs the urine towards the ground where it's quickly absorbed by soil or grass. It's a bit like trying to leave a voicemail, but your call gets dropped halfway through. The message doesn't get across. By contrast, leg lifting allows a dog to direct its urine stream upwards, hitting a tree or a post, where the scent can linger and broadcast their message far and wide. It's the canine equivalent of a broadcast tower, sending signals out into the world. And here's a fun fact. The higher the pee, the more impressive the dog. In the dog world, a higher stream of urine signifies a larger dog. So smaller dogs often lift their legs even higher to give the illusion of being larger than they are. It's a clever bit of canine deception. So when you see a dog lifting its leg to pee, remember, it's not just about answering nature's call. It's about communication, about marking territory, and about creating a presence. So it's all about maximizing the reach and impact of their message. You might be wondering, does the size or gender of a dog affect this behavior? Indeed, they do. For smaller dogs, the leg lift serves as a strategic move, almost like a bluff in a poker game. By directing their stream upward, they're essentially sending a message that says, "Hey, I might be small, but I'm bigger than you think." It's a clever way to ward off larger dogs who might perceive their territory as up for grabs by a perceived easy target. Now let's talk about gender. Male dogs, particularly when they're young, often start with what we call the racehorse stance. This is when they extend their hind legs backward while urinating. As they grow and reach puberty, they typically graduate to the leg lift, marking their territory in a more adult way. But don't be fooled into thinking this is a boys-only club. Female dogs are equally vested in marking their territory. While they might not lift their leg as high or as often, they have their own version of it, a hybrid squat raise. This allows them to leave their mark without spraying their urine as high. In the end, the size and the gender of a dog can influence their leg lifting behavior. However, just as every dog has its own personality, every dog has its own unique style of marking territory too. So, size and gender do play a role, but dog has its own unique style of marking. Lastly, let's discuss what's actually in the urine that makes it so important for dogs. The urine of a dog is a veritable treasure trove of information for other canines. It's akin to their own unique calling card, broadcasting a wealth of details about their health, gender, and even their stress levels. It's like an intricate canine Morse code where every drop carries a message. A dog's health status, for instance, can be detected through changes in odor or color of the urine, alerting other dogs to potential sickness. The gender of the dog is also revealed through specific chemical markers in the urine. Even the stress levels of a dog can be communicated through the scent of its pee, helping other dogs understand the emotional state of the marker. That's why it's crucial for dogs to get it right when marking their territory. They're not just relieving themselves, they're communicating complex messages to their fellow canines. So the next time you see a dog lifting its leg to pee, remember, there's a lot more going on than meets the eye.